Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. As you can see, it's raining. One of those kind of days. We knew they were calling for an all-day rain today, and it's been pretty much raining all day. So, one of those. What are you gonna do? One of those things that happens. I took the dogs out here a little while ago, so I got to get them back in shortly. When I took them out, we'd had a lull and it wasn't raining, but now, obviously, as you can see, it is raining again. So before we jump into this video, two things I want to remind everybody of. First of all, I will be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so I would ask you to join me then. We're going to have a good discussion, and so I would ask you to join me then. I'll have that set up so you guys will be able to see that, hopefully, as long as YouTube gives you the notification that it is on. But I will be on at 8 o'clock tonight, so I would ask you to join me then. The second thing I just want to remind everybody, my sale on my website at preppernurse1.com for the Legacy freeze-dried foods is still going on. So if you go to preppernurse1.com, you click on store, it will drop down. It'll say Legacy Foods. You click on that. What we have available is there. If you would like to make a purchase of the long-term freeze-dried food, you can do that. When you check out, 20% will come off automatically. So it's a 20% savings with this sale. So I definitely encourage you to do that. You're talking about a 25-year shelf life. And, you know, not everybody is hardcore and wants to can and do everything. And as far as prepping goes, the long-term freeze-dried food is a great way to do things because, again, 25-year shelf life, GMO-free, it's vegan. They do have meat options available with beef and chicken that you can buy separately. Also, they have gluten-free options available as well. But it's just something that you can buy, set aside, not think about, don't have to worry about rotation. As long as it's in a cool, dry place, you're talking about 25-year shelf life. So that's really, really great. And with the Legacy freeze-dried food, it also has the largest portion size of any of the other freeze-dried food companies. Okay? So let's get into the topic of this video. All right. Are they trying to destroy private ownership? I want you to think about this, guys, with everything that's gone on this last year. All right. We have had, they just had the moratorium where they extended the things for people that are renters and also, private mortgage holders that have not been able to pay their mortgages, and they're saying that it's 10 million people that are affected. So, if that's 10 million, you figure 10 million households, you figure 4 people per household. That equals 40 million people having an issue right now. So that's not a good thing. Now, who's also affected? A lot of people, and I want you to think about this for a second, a lot of people have worked hard their whole life. They have other homes that they've either built or that they paid for that they kept, and when they moved into a different home, they kept the old home and rented it out. Okay? So they use that, a lot of people do, as a retirement source of income to help supplement their retirement. But when you have people that are now in these homes that are not paying those rent payments, it affects the person that owns that property. Now, not everybody owns those homes outright. Some people still have mortgages on those homes, and that rent payment is paying for that mortgage. Okay. Also, maybe the taxes or whatever else that has to be paid, upkeep of the home. I mean, there's always expenses when you are a landlord. People think, oh, these landlords are all rich and they're slumlords and stuff like that. Now, are some of them? Sure, some of them are, but not all of them. Again, a lot of people, they may have 1 or 2 other properties that they're renting out, but if now they have no income coming in from those properties, and they still have a mortgage payment that they have to pay on those properties, and those type of things, that affects everything overall. So you're having a lot of people that are going to have issues, landlords, if you will, continuing to be able to pay mortgages on buildings. And let's say you have a A 6-unit building. Let's say you own and we're just going to go that small, okay? A 6-unit building, and you have 4 of the 6 people living in that unit are paying you nothing. You can't cover the bills that you have to pay because most likely, again, you still have, payments on that. So what's going to happen here when this moratorium thing ends and the banks come collecting and booting people out of these homes and in buildings and stuff? A lot of these people that have investment properties, they're going to lose their investment properties. So then you have the rich folks that have the money, that have been sitting on their money, swoop in and pick up these properties for pennies on a dollar. So is this being done on purpose to crush the entrepreneur who's trying to make a little bit of extra money, who's trying to supplement, their income with being able to have some kind of revenue source coming in to supplement Social Security if you don't have a retirement, pension? You're trying to live off Social Security. Well, try to live off that money. That's next to nothing in comparison to what a lot of people have been making their whole lives. So, people that have, invested wisely and prepared properly, a lot of them have done it with rental properties. So it's something to think about. Not all landlords are, slumlords and screw them and all that type of stuff. That's not the way it is. But I will tell you what. Are there people legitimately affected by what is going on? Absolutely. Not trying to deny that, not saying that it's not true. But are there also people out there taking advantage of this situation to get over? Absolutely there are. That's just what happens. That's human nature. People are going to do what they can do. There's always going to be somebody that's going to try to take advantage of the situation to get over. It's just it happens, unfortunately. And that's just, again, that's life. But anyway, something to think about. I want to hear your guys' feedback on this. Is this part of the plan to destroy the wealth of this country, to destroy the middle class with, breaking them so that they can't financially be able to be independent like that they have wanted to be? Where are all of these people going to go when the time comes, when all the evictions happen and all the chits come home, if you will, and it's time to pay the piper? Where are all these people going? What are they going to do? Are we going to have 40 million more homeless people on the streets as opposed to what we have right now? A lot of people have lost their homes. A lot of people have not been able to prove this financial hardship and get help from the government, and they're already out on the street. So that's something that's already happening. So again, these are things that I think that people need to take into consideration. If it's something that hasn't affected you directly, it's easy to sit back and judge others. We do it every day. That's what we do in this country. We judge everybody. But again, that doesn't make it right. That doesn't mean that it's the way that, it should be and stuff like that. So people need to take those things into consideration. And how many people are losing their shirts over this whole situation that's happening, that continues to happening, because every time you turn around, they continue to, scream how we're in peril and danger and, everything is going so badly and all these type of things. So different things to think about. I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. And we will discuss that, some more in the chat, hopefully here. And I definitely want to hear your feedback. But very, very interesting times we are living in, and there's a lot of people suffering, a lot more than people know. And as the longer they extend this out, the longer that they do what they're doing, it's going to hurt more people. And so, what is the end game? What are they trying to do? And I just see the rich getting richer, the poor getting poorer, and the middle class becoming poor. It is happening all the time. There's a lot of people that have had, like I said, a great deal of financial hardship with everything going on. So again, I would like your feedback. So once again, I do want to remind everybody, I will be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m., so I would ask you to join me then. I have something that I want to talk about that I think is really, really interesting, but we will get to that when we get to that point. But anyway, I am going to jump off of here for now. Remember, folks, we are all in this together. That is important to remember, and I think some people do lose sight of that. We are one race called the human race, and as soon as we can figure that out and stop letting them perpetuate little games upon us and have us fighting each other over race and religion and all this type of stuff, it is crazy, okay? Absolutely crazy. But it continues to happen, and they continue to push that narrative on the news and stuff like that. We need to not let them do that, okay? We need to treat each other better, because we are better than that. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Last but not least, guys, STD. Step, thing, and day. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that is going to stop you from reaching those goals is you. Nobody else can stop you. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I will see you all later this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, of course. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1.